Hello guys, how you doing? My name's Art and welcome to my YouTube channel, TekNowGuy. I just wanted to, today cover what it would take to set up a website. Now, there's lots of different flavors you can use to set up a website. There's lots of different platforms. Matter of fact, there's so many, you can get shiny object syndrome to the point where you really don't get anywheres. I've been victim of it myself. Squirrel, that type of thing. So anyways, today I'm gonna go over walking you guys through setting up a WordPress website. For those of you that don't know what WordPress is, it's a template based website. It sort of helps set up the outline structure of the basic things. There's a control panel, sort of helps you organize where things should be and helps you organize posts, and we'll go through all this. I don't want to get into all the details because I'm going to lose my thunder. Plus I might just go off on another wild tangent, which I happen to do sometimes. If I do, let me know in the comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe also if you guys like it. And I guess we'll start from here. I'm gonna go and head over to start to record my screen, and I'm gonna take you through step by step. We're gonna go and head over to my website, which is www.TekNowGuy.com, and from there you guys are gonna be able to have a whole plethora of different things you guys can do as far as hosting, building your own website, purchasing your domains, business services, e-fax, all types of cool little things that you need to actually start your business and, sort of get everything going. So yeah, we're going to cover some things. We're going to cover website goals, website names. What are you guys trying to do for your website? Like, for instance, what are you trying? Are you trying to sell products online? Are you doing affiliate marketing? A lot of people that don't know they're actually doing affiliate marketing. But if you're promoting another product for another company and you get a little bit of a commission, for instance, I've seen makeups floating around on Facebook. I've seen toothpaste. I've seen you name it, hair formula. You can grow back your hair. Obviously, I'm not too concerned about that one. It's a bald joke. But anyways, yeah. So there's tons of things out there. Do you want to do affiliate marketing? Are you trying to use that and capture leads and build up an email list or a customer list? Is it a portfolio site like, hey, I'm really good at artwork, or hey, buy my t-shirts, or I don't know, whatever. I mean, just a portfolio site, something you're good at. So that's pretty much like your online resume. You're just trying to get more exposure online. There's lots of different things or reasons why. It could be for a good cause, nonprofit, something like that. Lots of good reasons, but let's cut to the chase, and we're going to go head over and to my website, www.TekNowGuy.com, and get started. Cool. All right, guys, we're going to go head over to www.TekNowGuy.com. And on our site, you're going to find a list of services, just a whole bunch of services. Let me move myself out of the corner here. All right. So yeah, we're going to see websites. I'm going to go over to this. We do have lots of things you can do. So first thing is, you can pick out your domain here. So my site is totally awesome, and we can go ahead and see if it's taken or not, and it is not taken. So you can go over and click on the cart. That'll take you over to purchasing the product. There are some other options here that you would want to do when you purchase your domain. For those of you that don't know what a domain is, you've seen them. More than likely, if you've been on the internet, you definitely have seen them. So www.thisismydomain.com. That's a domain. Think of a domain as a piece of land that you purchase. Okay, and a domain yearly you have to pay for, just sort of like how you would taxes, right? You know, every year you pay for taxes, and then think of your website as the building on the land, okay? And that's, you know, so, and then every year you have to pay your taxes, or every year you have to renew your domain. Same principle, okay? So domain's like the land. Your hosted website is like the building on your land, okay? So here's some other things. You got privacy protection. You have privacy and business protection. And then what that really is it hides your personal information, because if you just leave it wide open, you could pretty much have anybody and their baby's mama coming over here to contact you, solicitors, a whole bunch of crazy stuff, just all the weirdos on the net. It's not a scare tactic. It could happen. It usually does happen. So it's better to be safe than sorry. Or you could just pull the Charles Bronson, aka Chuck Norris, say no thanks, I'm gonna go and roll the dice. I don't recommend that. Go with a little bit of privacy protection at least. You have privacy and business protection, which is a step up. That also allows you to hide your personal information. If anybody does a search on it, it does a little bit of protection on your domain also, so nobody can hijack your domain. That's a whole different ball game. I will get into that later. The other thing is it'll add some security by McAfee, and just sort of reassure your customers, you know, hey, it's a safe thing. So after that, I'll get into all the other details in this. There will be a special episode where we'll just go through purchasing all the products you would need to host the site. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit here. We're going to go ahead and say that we did purchase WordPress for my site. And by the way, if you guys subscribe to my channel and then click on the link below, you'll receive a coupon code, and that will give you 10 to 20% off depending on which products you purchase. WordPress would be one of them, which I am giving 10% off for the first 100 people that do want to go ahead and click subscribe and click on the link and purchase the WordPress site. Okay, so we're going to head on over there. I sort of fast forwarded to the part where we activated our WordPress, and we're going to now start the wizard. You don't have to, but it's not a bad idea. It just takes some general information, and we'll go through it. There's tons of like pre-built templates that you can choose from, and we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and say let's start the wizard, and we'll just let these gears turn real quick. Now you'll notice up on the corner it's got a temporary domain name. It's just so you can get the ball rolling. Say you haven't made up your mind yet on what that perfect domain is going to be. And that's a process. You don't have to rush it, but say you don't want to stop any of your designing thunder, then you can go ahead and get a temporary domain, and it'll look something funky like this, but that's okay because we're all about creating the shell and getting it somewhat up and presentable, and then you can worry about the domain name later. So from here, it's going to just ask some more questions about your website. What type of website are you trying to do? Website and a blog only? Are you trying to do an online store? And really what this is doing is that this is going to sort of recommend templates for you. It's going to automatically add plugins for you. And in the WordPress world, it's like a protective little bubble. And that's a good thing. I mean, there's nothing like... Trust me, if you want to go full force into it and learn HTML5 and all that stuff, I mean, more power to you. The more you know, right? Knowledge is power. Go for it. But to get up and running until you can get more familiar and develop systems so you can actually buy some time to start learning those and refining your process, this is not a bad thing to do. This is... it's the WordPress ecosystem is very strong. There's a lot of supporters in there. You got a lot of support. There's thousands of them out there. As long as you follow the guidelines that I'm going to recommend, I also have some other references that I'm going to share with you guys. You guys are going to be okay. Okay, so it's this shell, this web template, and there's lots of things you can add as plugins. Plugins are like little functions or features that you can add to your website that do thingies. They're do thingies that you can add to your website. It's sort of like aftermarket car accessories, okay? But yeah, you can add, like for instance, if I select an online store, it's going to add a whole bunch of plugins that that are geared or fashion online store stuff or purchasing. Okay, so let's do yeah, let's do online store. Why not? Okay, so we're gonna do online store. It's gonna ask us about our industry. Let's say we are a photography company. No, you know what? Let's do art gallery. I was gonna pick the insurance online store, but no offense to my insurance agents out there, but I don't know. Art gallery sounds fun. Okay, so now it's gonna ask for a title. We're gonna go ahead and select. Let's just say art gallery. That's pretty original, isn't it? Why am I having problems with that? I'm having technical difficulties. Okay. Oh, I know what that is. That's a shortcut key. So it's disabling me from hitting R. Okay, so I'm just gonna say art gallery at Addy is the name of the title of my site. Tagline, you want it to be descriptive or like your slogan, you know, what it is that you do. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it the way it is so we can keep on moving here. Now, this is a process. I'm not going to try to cram it all down your guys' throat here in the first 10 minutes. We're going to break it off into little bite-sized chunks, so we're going to keep the ball rolling. And if you guys got any questions, like I said, feel free to subscribe and leave your comments below. Shoot me an email or message me from our site, and I will try to answer them as fast as I can. I'm going to go ahead and enter a number here. Let's see. Fictitious number. Boom, 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 boom. And we'll leave that out for now. 1231. And let's see. Social media. Okay, so here you can add some profiles. This is sort of self-explanatory. My recommendations are, if you're going to do it, if you're going to have a Facebook profile for your business or your brand, do it thoroughly. Okay, I can't stress that enough. Take your time. I'll help walk you guys through it. Take your time and do it thoroughly. So everything's filled out, all the information is interconnected. There's backlinks to where, you know, your Facebook profile links to your WordPress or your website properly, your Google Plus, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your Pinterest, your Twitter, whatever the ecosystem is, fill it out thoroughly. It says a lot. It might be a little subliminal, but it does leave an imprint on people that visit your site and traffic. So just make sure you have it filled out right. There will be more courses in the future where I will show you guys how to do that thoroughly. So that way just you leave a nice impression, right? So cross the T's, dot the I's. Okay, we're going to continue, and let's see, next. All right, theme. This is the fun part. You can sort of dig through these. There's 3 canned designs, so the wizard doesn't give you that much. Don't sweat it. Trust me when I say this, there's 1,000 WordPress themes out there, and then even when you get the theme, you're going to definitely want to make it uniquely your own, right? We're all very, very unique people. Most of us are. And if you're not, we'll keep praying for you. But I'm going to go ahead, and we said we were about artwork. So I'm going to go ahead and click on storefront, and it's going to let us do a little preview. All right, there we go. Voila. Okay, and then there's a tutorial that walks you through step 1, step 2. Okay, so this showed us, this actually snapped in the template. Okay, it snapped in all the little components that we would need to actually start a storefront. If we like it, we can go ahead and select it. You can see some of the things that the wizard had asked us. Our title, our slogan. Obviously, you would want it a little bit more descriptive than sort of the canned half, way I did it. So I'm going to go ahead and select this. And that's going to finalize it. It's going to take a couple seconds because it's prepared. It's what's really going on in the background is it's adding it to the server. It's solidifying a lot of things. It's turning on plugins and running a whole bunch of little compile scripts to compile all the CSS, the HTML. They call it a lamp stack. It's all the stuff in the background to host this thing. So once that's done, then we can start to dig in a little bit into some of the fun stuff. So today in this one, I'm just going to go over getting this thing up, showing you where some of these things are in the background, some of the management tools, where you're going to even need to go to design some of this, and then we're going to call it quits on this episode. But rest assured, trust me, section 2 or part 2 of this, we're going to dive in a little bit deeper on actually designing more pages, just plugins, what plugins you should have, things you should have, what plugins for security you definitely should have, things on marketing, reaching out to your customers, what are some good plugins out there, and some marketing techniques on how to drive business. Okay, so now we look back at the screen, everything seems to be pretty good. There are some other options. These right here on the left hand side this is the customized view. Okay, and down here you have it'll snap to a couple different views. The first view we have it on is desktop, then we have tablet, and then we have what it would look like on a phone. Obviously they all would look a little different. We can go ahead and try one real quick, and then here's what it looks like on a phone. We'll snap it back into this, which is desktop. Now a customized view it's nice because it's going to show you in real time, most of the time, what it's going to look like once you make that change, the temporary change. It won't be permanent until you click on this publish button up here. You got a little sort of snap-in tutorial that walks you through a couple basic steps, editing your site. Yeah, and there's also some helpful videos that'll walk you through it. Again, the WordPress ecosystem is there's a big community behind it. So you might have some hardcore developers troll you for having a WordPress site. Don't listen to them. Don't be discouraged, because if it really was any of lesser value, then why is there such a huge number of WordPress sites out there? The numbers speak louder than anything. Okay, so don't let them fool you. All right. So we're going to go ahead and dismiss this for now, but yeah, feel free to check out the videos that they also offer in the tutorial. Some of this stuff is self-explanatory. Feel free to play around with it. Okay, so we got the site identity. Obviously, we're going to have something better than what the site title was that I named. Site icons. So I'm going to walk you guys through some free applications on how to get these to snap properly, or how. Okay, because you have dimensions. They give you some tips on what the dimension should be, which is 512 by 512 pixel. I'm going to show you how to get it to that with paid programs or also free programs. Obviously, we're going to try free first. Okay, and then you would hit X, and that'll take you back. And it's thinking right now. 1 second. Oh, yeah, so this is what it's going to do is it's going to snap us to the dashboard. Okay, so we just got done coming out of the customized view, but this is the dashboard. Dashboard really helps because it's going to tell you things you need to do, or it's going to notice things that you haven't done yet. It's going to give you little tips and advice. Obviously, we want to change our domain name. I don't know about you, but this looks pretty rough right here. Okay, so yeah, and from here it's going to give you a layout, things you should add, new editors, steps to getting started, and just hyperlinks to actions like editing your front page, adding additional pages, adding a blog post, and I will also explain these in further detail in another episode. So I'm going to keep this a little short. I'm going to keep it right around 20 minutes. The next thing is, you know, on the left hand side you're going to see all your little tools here, or menu options for post, media, pages, comments, forms. You know, if your customer's landing here, you want to create an email list, forms are a good way to do it. WooCommerce is a plugin for your store. It sort of does all the little, it's all the little gears and mechanisms you would need to, you know, do the shopping carts, to create orders, look at your reports and extensions, and you can build off of this. There's products, so this is how you would modify, add products that you would like to sell your customers. Appearance is pretty self-explanatory, but here, say I didn't like the store theme that came with the wizard. From here, you can go on and on and on. This is pretty much Pandora's box when you want to go to customizing and getting the flavor just right for you. So yeah, you can go over here and you can search, and then you can click on Add New. And once you go to Add New, you'll have definitely a lot more options. Once you find the one you like, you can click Customize, and it will change it. It will change your site to that. We won't get into that now, but yeah, there's definitely more options under appearance. Plugins, again, like I said, are the little gadgets that do things for your site, for your customers. You know, forms, shopping carts, security, keeping spam off your website, because Lord knows we all hate spam. Well, you know, users, so you can have users log in. They can help you. They can add comments. You can build a whole community in your site. They can also add posts, depending on what the theme is of your website or what its purpose is. That's pretty good stuff. We've got tools. I will explain more in details. You know, importing, exporting, settings. These are a little more advanced as we get towards the bottom. And then video tutorials also will show you how to go through a lot of these things. But until then, I'm going to wrap it up for now. Please, guys, if you like what you see, you like what you hear, please subscribe to my channel. So swing on by if you want to sit there and, you know, purchase a site and get started. Let's get started. Go to www.TekNowGuy.com. There's definitely a support number if you guys got any questions. We will be more than glad to help you guys. And again, there's a promo code. If you guys go ahead and check it out, you get 10 to 20% off depending on what products you purchase. And please feel free to leave a comment. And until then, talk to you. Bye.